Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Illinois' offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. And versus big-time baller versus big-time baller. Come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Play action. Flips it out to the back. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid, Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
To the air, it's Starling. Oh, they're after him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Using the quick game. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He'll pull it on the read. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Touchdown, Husker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. A quick pass to the left.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Moving past the 25. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And that big, bad Husker front just keeps wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I mean, that's what you want. You want the defensive line to dominate the football game. You don't want to have to blitz and bring all these extra bodies. And this defensive line, this black shirt defensive line is doing their job.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for space. It's Sexton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Turning it on! And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Quick handoff. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for a crease to the left. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Got it, looking for a first. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Sterling. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest. He'll cross that goal line. He'll take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Frazier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Hand off from the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Now the play fake.
Really?
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
2nd down coming up. To the air. It's Sterling. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Green 25. Black 24.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Scores on the sneak.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Sexton. Makes it past the marker. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fights off a defender.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Starling. Out of the backfield, he's open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, you know, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Starling. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Finds space on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! The Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, having it what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Sends it back in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Picks up the first down, still moving.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Illinois! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Looking downfield, it's Starling. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets enough. Lots of running room. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Across the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Back to pass, it's Starling. Now improvising. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Gives it on the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Cradles it at the 35. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, Dave.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Scanning the field, it's Starling. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Go straight ahead. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll set up to throw. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The Fighting Illini pinned deep in their own territory, trying to find some breathing room on 1st down. On the run, it's Frazier. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Fields. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and and the defense better do something about it.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Motion from... safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Power football with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He wants to change this route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Got room at the 35. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor is getting its clock clean today. And that crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now.
Back to throw, it's Fields. Got his man down the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and this defense just putting a cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the... And you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense comes in.
To throw, it's Fields. Knocked down for the tackle.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen today. It seems like everything...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets the quarterback, gets him on the...
Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Floating away. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking to throw. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for a man. It's Fields. Pocket breaking down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the... You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.